What's up, guys? DD Quad here, back again, this time bringing my Week 2 team builder for the Los Delphox, coached by Emmanuel. Just kind of get off right at the bat for this team building. This is going to be my first time ever facing Emmanuel in MBA. He's been in the league for 2 seasons now, and I know he's been a huge threat. He's season 6 Kanto runner-up. So, I mean, right off the bat, he's a great coach. He had a fantastic season, only losing to A12, which, again, is another fantastic coach. So you can't even knock him for that loss. I mean, he's just an all-around great coach. His team is in ways similar to his teams in the past where he's been very successful. He has lost Tupa now to Ubers, and Lopenny was sniped from him like the 3rd pick, I believe. But he's still got Landers T, so he has a good team that he likes to use, team that he's known for. And I think we're just going to go right ahead and get into my kind of team building process. Kind of just to list off my team real quick. I don't have it written on here, but I have Gallade, Gallade and Crom are the same person. Gallade, Bishop, Raikou, Arcanine, Porygon 2, Azelf. Who else did I draft? Oh boy. Rhyperior, Pelipper, Haunter, Quillfish, Leavanny, and somebody. Hopefully they're on this team. No, they're not. Quillfish. Oh, and Cryogonal, my Rapid Spinner. Okay, so that's my team. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first Pokemon on my team is Crom, my Gallade. Gallade is really just a great wall breaker for his team. It has very few switch-ins between Ice Punch for Landers T, Close Combat for Manaphy. Metagross is going to be taking a Close Combat comfortably. Galvantula, kind of same situation with the Ice Punch. You can hit Cloyster, hit by Close Combat. Shaman, Ice Punch. Ice Punch again for Flygon. Diancie will be tough, but Close Combat can break it. Venusaur, Ice Punch. Saling, Close. So you can see Glaceon, Close Combat, Rotom. So acing fighting coverage really destroys his team. The only thing that isn't taking super effective damage from it is going to be the Galvantula with paper thin defense and Manaphy, which I think I can live any one hit from it, being my special defense is so high, and then fire off a Swords Dance if I need to. And then Shadow Sneak I kind of brought this week in lieu of like a Leaf Blade or what else is Leaf Blade or Thunder Punch to hit the Manaphy harder. I felt this kind of gave me some more utility, especially with the Metagross I would be speed tying with, and in case the Sticky Webs did come, I would be able to still get some priority damage off on his team. Next up, I brought my Bisharp, which was going I guess I'll discuss EVs this week. Couldn't really do a whole lot with him this week, being that the fastest thing on his team was 110 with the Metagross. With the Mega Metagross. So I really didn't want to lose a speed tie to it. I didn't want to sacrifice any speed and not be able to hit it hard. So I opted just to go with the speed tie, max speed, max attack, hit as hard as I can, and then I just threw some extra HP in there just for the sake of putting an HP in there. That might have actually given me an even one. So he's not weak to stuff, or that's not the end of the world. Next up, we have Rookie, my Bisharp. Bisharp is my check to Sticky Webs this week. If he gets him up, that gives me a +2 attack boost. Oh, hold on 1 second. I need to look at something. Oh, sorry, I just need to double check something. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Sorry to get interrupted there. I won't cut that out. It adds drama, flair to the team building. Oh, sorry. So Bisharp, like I said, was my check to Sticky Webs. If they get set up and I switch my Bisharp in, that gives me a +2 attack boost. Still drop the speed, and Sucker Punch kills everything in that case scenario. It would kill Landers T, it would give me up to +3. Manaphy isn't taking a hit. Metagross won't. Galvantula won't. Closer. You get the idea. It's knocking out everything. And just getting out that spike just helps me make sure I get rid of all sorts of sashes. Whoops. Okay, sorry. Still not done what I was trying to do mid-recording, because, you know, YOLO, right? Iron Head is there purely for the Diancie, and maybe just the Diancie, I'm just kidding. Is there for nothing else. And then Rock Polish is there just in case, because I have a limited number of Sucker Punches, I only have 8 of them. So in case I realize that he's trying to stall me out of Sucker Punches, maybe going for Roost repeatedly, or going for Protect, Subs, Tail Glows, Synthesises, Shell Smashes, whatever, I can get my speed back, and then that way I can start going for knockouts, which will do just as much damage to him. So I really thought that was a good solution to that. And I think that really sums it up. Speed-wise, 236. I believe that outpaces Venusaur and potentially Glaceon, I want to believe, outside of a sticky boost. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. This speed gives me at +1, I can outpace. What am I outpacing? I don't know. Maybe Lando T? I honestly don't even remember the EVs anymore. Black Glasses is there just because I didn't want to lose Life Orb hits. Next up on my team is Porygon2, my www.quack.com. Not a real website. I don't know where it goes. Anyway, I needed a nice little tank to kind of switch into hits. Mainly, I wanted something for Manaphy. I wanted something to take some hits from Galvantula, Shaman, and then it really just kind of can come in on Metagross if I need a T-Wave up on it, or it can come in on like a Venusaur, a little bit hit and fire off an Ice Beam. Analytic just allows me to hit extremely hard. I didn't really need Trace this week. I didn't really need, what's the other one you get? We'll double check. I didn't need Download as well, being that most of the things were special walls anyway. So T-Bolt Ice Beam has, this is nice, has unchecked coverage. Like we said earlier, the ice weakness on his team was very serious, and then T-Bolt covers that up. Recover, just get back some HP, and T-Wave, just in case those Sig Webs did come up, and I still needed to outspeed something if Bisharp were to go down. So that was really for the Metagross, the Diancie if I needed for Bisharp as well, Flygon, a lot of different mons. So T-Wave, really good move. I have mixed feelings about using it in League format. I mean, it really can decide games and take it completely out of control of your hands, but at the same time, I'm trying to win games. I want to be the champion. I want the #1 spot. And so I'm going to use any advantage I can. If that means I'm using something kind of cheap like Thunder Wave, I'll go for it. I'll never use something like Swagger Play. That's too much, and I think that's banned anyway. But I mean, because I know it was used in the GBA recently, and that was a huge debate. So that's kind of where I stand, where I'm going to give myself every advantage to win without going into the realms of just pure playing it for luck now. So that's my set. I fell in love, honestly, with the split defense set. I mean, especially because I'm using it purely as a tank this week, where I need to live hits from Cloyster, Shaman, so Metagross, Manaphy. I need both spectrums of the defensive core wall, I guess. So it really just makes it a really good tank, especially with Eviolite and that HP investment. And 12 is for Venusaur, I want to say. I want to say that outspeeds a no speed Venusaur. Don't quote me on that. It definitely outspeeds something that I wanted an extra speed for. I think it's the Venusaur. If not Diancie, but I think Diancie's base 50, so I think it is Venusaur. Anyway, next up, Raikou, however you want to say it. Looking at his team again, I saw the speed was not there. It's definitely a weakness. It's not a huge weakness, being that he has sticky webs, but if you didn't bring him, Raikou was going to have a great game. Have just enough speed to outpace a Mega Gross. That was weird. Anyway, Landorus T was his only check to Electric Spam and Flygon, I'm sorry. But I can outspeed both of those, and assuming they're not some sort of choice scarf set, I can do massive damage with Ice, Hidden Power Ice, and then I'm just free to spam Thunderbolt. I mean, Manaphy, barring some sort of Walk-On Berry, Cloyster, Diancie, Venusaur, Stoutland, Glaceon, Rotom-Fan, everything does not want to take a Thunderbolt, and the Volt Switch really gives me a lot of opportunities to get back into my Gallade, get back into my Azelf later on, get back into P2 if I need to just take a hit and then get back out. Really wish P2 got Volt Switch, that'd be awesome. Anyway, kind of rambling there. So, Shadow Ball's there for the Metagross as well. So, overall, Expert Belt allows me to take some hits without losing Life Orb, which is something I really try to avoid. Life Orb is a really good item in League. It really boosts up a lot of your unstab moves, but at the same time, I really just hate whittling myself down because that's what every team is looking for. They're looking for to make sure like they set a lot of moves so they're getting at least 50% off or getting 35% off to make it a 3. So they're always trying to look to get just the bare minimum without having to spend more EVs. So I really try to avoid Life Orb because all that does is just help them. I think Expert Belt this week did all I needed to. I could have gone Magnet. What's that electric boosting? Magnet or Zap Plate, whatever, to use my electric type moves. I think that would have also been viable this week. Because I think HP Ice was always going to be a 2-hit KO on both Landorus T and Flygon's not doing any extra damage. So that's something always to play around with. If you don't need Expert Belt, maybe just boost one attack. Go for like the Splash Plate or go for a Mind Plate, whatever. That's just something to keep in mind. Don't go for a normal plate. Don't think that exists. Anyway, I think we explained the AVs. Again, 40 just for extra bulk, and then the rest in speed to beat creep, whatever. Next up, we brought my Azelf. I'm not sure why I didn't speed creep on this. That's kind of weird. There's something I was fearing that. No, not this week. So yeah, I don't know. That was just a mistake on my behalf. I just opted to go Choice Band to kind of offset the Thunderous. And also it's running a very similar move pool to what Gallade is running. So I really thought doubling up on that sort of thing, Choice Band brings it close to, I think, Gallade's attack. What's it? 429. You're at 349. Let's do some quick math and find out. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to pull up my calculator on my phone. It is not having it. Okay, here we go. 349 times 1.5, 523. So yeah, I'm hitting even harder than my Gallade. So that really just puts a lot of pressure on his team where even after he kind of handles my Gallade and thinks, oh, I'm done, I can let my physical threats go away, Azelf can now come in even faster and just, especially with the Levitate, it's avoiding the sticky webs if they do become a threat to me, and just finishes up the rest of the team. So I think they really work well together. U-turn gives me a lot of momentum. Ice Punch, like we said, hits a ton of things hard. Zen Head for some nice stab move, and then knockoff mainly for the Metagross. So something to hit that hard. Being that's the only real thing that kind of resists my move pool. Unfortunately, I don't have anything for Diancie, but I'm really hoping that that my Gallade can check in as well with my Bisharp and potentially some of my other mons like P2. Lastly, this week I really wanted to bring some spikes. This was mainly just kind of whittled down his team because I saw I had the nice Volturn combination going on. P2 was a great tank because we're going to be able to check a lot of things. So I felt like I was going to be forcing a lot of switches this week. I felt that I had I had a way to kill everything on his team. I didn't really feel I needed another offensive mon. I felt P2 did a good job this week checking everything defensively where I wasn't feeling overwhelmed. I mean, I knew I was putting a lot of pressure on P2, but at the same time, the mons that I needed P2 to check, it could easily recover on. And then things like Manaphy. And if he brought like a team full of Manaphy, Metagross, Cloyster, Flygon to kind of overwhelm my P2, then that'd be a very easy team for my Bisharp to sweep. So I felt prepared for anything. So I decided to go ahead and put spikes on my team. This week I brought a Custab spike set. I opted not to go Focus Sash, mainly because I wasn't going to set up my spikes against the Galvantula, so I felt like if I needed to live a hit from Metagross or Landorus T after the attack drop potentially, or after Statlin's attack drop, Custab Berry would be very cool, especially with the Destiny Bond to try and get a kill off. Scald is just there. Obligatory Stab and Burn is always great. And then again, like I was saying, T-Wave in case I need the Manaphy or the Metagross T-Wave, or if I need the Cloyster T-Wave, I can live any hit from that. So it's really just a nice way to check things, especially with the webs. A couple things I could have done differently facing this type of team. Could have brought Defogger. I have Pelipper and I have Cryogonal, who both would have had great matches because, as we talked about before, the ice weakness is extremely prevalent on his team, and there's no significant priority attacker outside of Metagross, which I wouldn't be one keeping it in anyway, and it outspeeds the majority of his team, so I definitely wouldn't shy away from bringing Hazard Control. He has no Defiant booster. He has no Ghost type. So that's another option I could have taken the team. I think I really wanted those sticky webs up against a Bisharp, so that's kind of why I kept it there. Anything else I could have done differently? It's hard to say. I really like the team I brought this week. I think it's a very good check to a lot of his threats. And stay tuned for the battle coming up. I'm not sure when I'll post it compared to this, but it'll be up shortly after. If you have any questions, definitely leave a comment below, and I will try to answer why I chose a move like I did, or why I chose EVs, or why I chose items. I'll try my best to answer that. And I guess I can explain my Cool Fish EVs. 204 outpaces Landorus T Adamant, so in case I needed to get a Scald off or I want to get a Spike up or Destiny Bond, I was set. So yeah, that explains that. Okay, I think we're good. I've rambled on long enough, and I've given a rough idea of what my team is. There it is again. You can pause, I guess, or if you want to go back. We'll go at the team. Look at it as a whole. Beautiful, man. What a nice squad. Okay, peace.